Hello friends, Crystal here from Galaxy Finds. I know I'm behind a white, or in front of a white wall right now because I just didn't feel like putting up my Galaxy thing because I'm not doing like a haul or anything. I'm just here to talk real with you guys because yeah, I just need to like talk about it because you guys understand me. So my world has been like kind of flipped upside down and I'm like kind of freaking out, but also in a way I'm excited. And I know, like, for those of you who have been following me here and on Instagram for at least the past year, you know that like I was a full-time nanny before COVID hit. I was working 40 hours a week with 2 little kids. And then when COVID hit last March, I didn't work for 2 months, but the family I worked for, who was amazing, they, paid me my full-time salary. And when I came back last June, the mom, who is a teacher, told me that, she didn't feel comfortable going back to teach for the following school year, that September. So my options were I could go look for another job, or I could stay part-time with them and then kind of throw myself into reselling and see how it went for the next year. So I did that, and I will admit that I have not been the most focused, or like, I need a schedule. I'm not great with just getting up and going. I'm not a morning person. Yeah. So when it comes to real life being somewhere for something, jobs, like for my nannying job, literally been late once in 5 years. Like, called out only because I was in the hospital. Like, I'm a very hard worker, but when it comes to being my own boss, I've been a little too lenient with myself. So anyway, with that said, I've been doing 2 days a week nannying, so 2 like 8-hour days nannying every week, and then reselling for the rest of it. So Tuesday I worked, and at the end of my shift, my bosses took me aside and said she's not going back to teaching. She realized that, staying home with her kids was like, her mental health and stress levels went way down, and she also, like spending time with her babies, and who can blame her for that? So they 100% expected me to say, okay, well, I'll have to look for another full-time nannying job. But what they didn't know was that over this past year, I've just been more and more thinking, wow, I would really love to just be a reseller and do nannying like part-time like this for the foreseeable future, because I mean, I love it, and I still love nannying, but things have been way different, and I don't know. Sorry, this is going to be a lot of rambling, so stick with me here. So what I came back with was, if you'll have it, I'll stay with you part-time. Like, I don't want to find another nannying job, and I love this family. I've been with this family for 5 years as of this August. I'm very attached to their children. The parents are like family. Like, we're all very comfortable with each other, and they're very chill people. And they respect me, and I respect them, and I always feel like they take what I say and they put it to use, like my professional advice. Like, some parents, don't, but they've always been very respectful about that. They pay me very well, which is also awesome. So I told them that this is an opportunity for me to grow my reselling business, and and it would be nice to have at least 2 days a week to fall back on for nannying, when reselling is, we have bad months, because we all have bad months. So that was what I came out with. And I left work Tuesday, like, kind of having a panic attack because I'm like, oh my god, I'm really going to do this. I thought my full-time status was going to go back to part-time as of this September. And now it's not. So now I am officially a full-time reseller, not just a temporary full-time reseller. And I really need to like structure and schedule myself a lot better. I mean, it wasn't something that like came out of the blue, like, because I've been doing this, but yeah, I have a lot to think about. If any of you have any good tips on how to like really just light a fire under myself in the morning and like get stuff done, like right now I'm setting a goal of 5 new items a day on Poshmark at least. If I do more, great, but 5 is going to be my minimum. So my death pile is enormous, and plenty of stuff to list, plenty. Like, I'm not lacking in that area. I still source at least once a week, maybe like probably like 6 times a month I go sourcing if we were to average it out. So I'm not like over sourcing, but I do have some really great opportunities to get items, some really great items for some really good prices. So I pick them up while I have the opportunity, which, you know, I might not have that opportunity forever. So if any of you listen to this and you have any good advice for me, you full-timers out there, let me know. Also, I should probably add that I am the only income in our family. My husband is disabled. I know some of you knew that, but he doesn't get much in disability every month, like not enough to even really contribute much. So I have to make enough money for both of us to be able to eat and live and pay our bills. We're also working on building a house in my grandmother's backyard, which there's so many hoops we have to jump through for that. So that's been like on my mind. So it's so much right now, and I'm kind of stressed out, but excited. And I didn't see my life going in this direction, but here I am, and like I feel like them telling me that like lifted this weight for me, because I was kind of dreading going back to this 7:30 to 3:30 Monday through Friday job, and then also doing my reselling on the side, and being like, when am I gonna have time for reselling? Like, and then also like my mother is not very supportive of this decision for me. She doesn't think that I can make it work, but I really want to prove to her that I can. And my grandmother is 100% supportive, and she thinks that it's an amazing idea and that I should never leave this family because they're so good to me. And, you know, whatever. So, am I crazy? What's happening here? So yeah, I just wanted to ramble a bit and tell you what's going on in my life. I'm hoping to get more back into YouTube, because that would be also another source of income. If I can get up to 1,000 subscribers, I can start getting monetized, and then that would be at least something, you know. But I've had my YouTube account for 1.5 years, and I still don't have 200 subscribers. Is my content like that bad? I don't know. You guys have to tell me. Like, I'm not going to be offended if you tell me, and whatever. Also, if anybody else is watching that sells on Thrilling, I just made a Thrilling group on Facebook. You can look it up as Thrilling Sellers. There's only like 10 of us in there right now, but I'm hoping to get a good group together so we can start talking about this platform, and I have been a little more active on there, listing more stuff. So, with that said, thank you for watching if you watched. I appreciate you all, and I will see you next time. Bye.